The following program is a production of Ho'ike Kaua'i Community Media.
Aloha everyone, it's Olivia here right outside of the county building. It's 2025 and the Kaua'i County Council is back in session, which means I have all of the latest news. In fact, we have a new county council member, Councilmember Holland, who is featured in this video, and Councilmember Bulosan, who has appeared on our show before. So I will turn it over to them and I'll see you right after.
Aloha, I'm Councilmember Bulosan, and we have our first timer, Councilmember Holland.
Hi.
We're going to give you your update for committee meeting on January 8th, 2025. Hello, everyone. So first, in the top of the mind one, this is a committee meeting, so we go through each committee agenda. The Housing Committee did host an info gathering and info sharing topic that was provided and put on by Chair Raposo. And this was talking about the Waipouli apartment. So Councilmember Holland, do you want to share a little bit of what highlights you felt like was important to share with all our viewers here with Ho'ike?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of residents come out and testify and share their concern about being not clear on the process of their relocation. And so for anybody that doesn't know, the Waipouli Courtyard property is being purchased by DHHL. Hopefully next month, that's supposed to be finalized. And so there are long-term residents and some shorter-term residents that are worried about being kicked out. And so trying to get clarity from the consultants working with the developer and DHHL's team to try to understand what does this process look like for the existing residents, how does this relocation plan work? And so, I think it was, there's definitely a lot of emotion and worry from residents. And I think it was an important opportunity to get information to those that were trying to better understand their situation.
Yeah, exactly. And I really appreciate these are the things that we can do as a council member and as a council. There's certain issues that might be specific to certain entities, but we can definitely put certain things into briefings so that we can have the discussion with the community so that these things can be talked about. And so a briefing allows us to specifically look at a topic, specifically the Waipouli Courtyard situation, and allows us to have the dialogue. And so I appreciate Council Chair for bringing that up, and hopefully that the information that was discussed allowed for both sides, the developer and DHHL, to share any pertinent information that was needed, and then also for the residents to get information and ask questions so that they can get the help that they need. And so appreciate the conversation.
Yeah.
Next was in your vice chair. Oh, actually, that was your first chair.
So I got to chair in the absence of Councilmember Cowden. I stepped into the chair role for the Public Safety and Human Services Committee, and that was the first time I've done that. So thank you for acknowledging. We only had one measure that we talked about today, and it's around the fire code. And so basically our fire code, there's a national fire code, and then there's a Hawaii-wide fire code. And then we get Kauai specific in some of these amendments and additions to the code. And so the fire department, presented us with a bit of information and a few slides sharing some of the amendments that they're including into our fire code, which really mostly revolves around the concern with vegetation, around structures and property, and also kind of tries to navigate the fact that some of our systems some of our communities really don't have the water systems that they need to be able to, just be able to build like maybe you could in other counties where the water access is greater to fight fires. And so, obviously, like I mentioned in the meeting, a really relevant day to be having this conversation while we're seeing fires rage through northern LA. And also, just coming out of the backs of Maui last year, and how do we better prepare Kauai for the risk of fire? And so, for me as an ecologist, I really resonate with the need to trim back some of these invasive species that are highly flammable, like guinea grass and haulikoa, and these species that we know are really flammable. So I am really grateful that the fire department is, looking at this and trying to create distance between structures and highly flammable vegetation. So what did you think about all that?
Yeah, exactly. And I share the concern. And one thing that our team does well is to look at issues, well, whether it is national and it is a state issue, but also really looking at how specifically it affects our Kauai people. So I think our fire department are addressing the concerns of our community and really trying to utilize the lessons that we've learned so far to make sure that it helps our community. So great job to that team for bringing up this bill, and looking forward to hopefully passing it next week.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, we had a few.
Thank you, Councilmember Bulosan, and thank you, Councilmember Bulosan and Holland, for participating inside of this weekly review with all of us. And we'll see you next time. But if you like this news and want to keep up to date with the latest in the Kauai County Council, make sure you subscribe to Huike right here. This is Olivia signing off.
Yeah, it's a great day.
So we really encourage all of you who are watching back here on Hoike TV, Hoike Community Media, Hoike Kauai Community Media, to engage the process here at kauai.gov for looking to do any testimonial or any of these issues you feel like is important to you. Be sure to visit the website, and you can either email all of us, or if you see the agenda that comes out every Thursday before the following week meeting, you can send your information in, or you can join us at the meeting. It is open to the public here right on Rice Street. Thank you again to Hoike for providing this update to all of you, and we'll see you guys at the next meeting. Aloha.
Aloha.
Thank you, Councilmember Bulosan and Holland, for participating inside of this weekly review with all of us. And we'll see you next time. But if you like this news and want to keep up to date with the latest in the Kauai County Council, make sure you subscribe to Huike right here. This is Olivia signing off.
Ho'ike Kauai Community Media's president and CEO is Allegra Gaines. Administrative assistant, Leko Someta. Production and education services by Roger Olson. Production and IT services by Max Richardson. News and events producer, Trisha Allen. County producer and social media manager, Olivia Franco.